Okay, in this one, this assignment, I want to show you how to make drawings, but I want to add to that how to make them in functions. Of course, all of this is happening in Code Sculptor. So the first thing to do would be to come to Code Sculptor and get a nice blank screen. And by blank, I mean all it should have is import simple GUI. It should have a draw function with the canvas in the draw. These are the shapes I'm going to put. So you don't need those. Those, of course, can go away. So to look more like this for you, I'm just going to put these in here for myself so I have something to show you that I can move around. And then down at the bottom, you only need these 3 lines. In fact, you can get rid of the comments if you want. The 3 lines of creating the frame, giving it a nice name. Maybe you actually want to call it something that you're doing with the 800 and by 600 resolution. And then you can set the draw handler and you can start it so it actually starts to draw. And the whole secret of animation, which we'll get to soon, is this frame start and the fact that the draw command, and I've talked about this before, but the draw command is a loop that happens over and over again. And so if we change numbers in the loop, then that's what's going to cause changes on the screen. I just suddenly started yawning even though it's the middle of the day, so I apologize for that. So one thing I wanted to show you, if you get yours to this point, you could pause and get yours with these things. Again, you don't need these things, but if you want to put those other things in there or erase the code that starts Code Sculptor. But the one thing I wanted to show you is this line, which I just hid so I could then show it to you later, which is you can set the canvas background to a color. I happen to choose the color moccasin because I was playing around with weird colors over here in my web colors, which I always keep open and are able to look at whenever I'm looking for particular colors. And so I thought, oh, I want mine to kind of be this sandy yellow pale color. And so what this does is it sets the whole background to that color instead of the default black or I think it starts black, right? Yeah. And so this time I wanted the mountains to be black, so I put the background as this other color. This kind of looks like a piece of Charlie Brown's shirt, if you know Charlie Brown. Anyway, so these are my mountains, and then this is my background color, right? So of course you can change this color to anything you want if you needed to change the background. If you're thinking, well, I'm going to draw a sky, so I might as well start with making my sky blue color, and then I can just draw things around it. You could do something like that. I'll put it back on moccasin. Okay, so now drawing. So here I have a polygon, right? These are all triangles. This is the points of my three points on my triangle, and the fact that I had no border, just a 1. That's the smallest you can go for a border. And my border is black and my inside of the triangle is black, right? So we've drawn polygons before, so this is just a matter of kind of mapping it out, figuring out where they should go. Once you have those drawn, or even before you have them drawn, what we want to do is we want to say, you know what, let's treat these mountains as one piece that we can draw, so that if I wanted to make some change to the mountains or animate them, which is what we're going to do soon, that we can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say, I want to draw the mountains, or I want a function called mountains. And now anytime you draw something in Code Sculptor, this is just kind of a special Code Sculptor thing, you're going to need to tell it the canvas, because to draw something we need to say canvas. So if we make a function that doesn't have the canvas, it's not going to understand where to draw them. So we say canvas dot draw polygon. So what I can do is I'm just going to take these and I'm going to move them up here into this function. And now down here, now it's not going to draw anything, right? Nowhere does it say to run that function mountain. So this should give me, see, it doesn't even like that because there's nothing in the draw. If I put pass in the draw, it would at least work. So what's it doing? It's just drawing nothingness. I'm surprised that it didn't even draw my background color, but whatever. Maybe I spelled that wrong. Um, just out of curiosity, let me change it to something easier to spell. Yeah, okay, I must have spelled moccasin wrong. Um, so it will do the background color, but then it won't do anything here. So instead of passing, of course, what I want it to do is I want it to draw the function mountains, and I just have to tell it. Again, I kind of have to continually tell canvas. So canvas is something mountains wouldn't know what canvas is, so I send it canvas, and this says, okay, I got the canvas, and now I'm going to draw on the canvas. So we kind of have to do that. Notice it doesn't say equal anything. It's not like, F equals the mountains. It's just like mountains. And then it will come up here and it will draw the mountains up here, and then it will do anything else. So it just works like that. So you could set, let's just say next I wanted to add a bird in here. So I could say def bird canvas, and then I would do the commands to draw the bird. Draw bird here. And then I have the sun, so I might say def sun canvas and draw sun. And the nice thing about this is it really organizes you well to understand. If I'm going to do this, I have to put the word pass in here because there's nothing to draw yet. Because, like, what order do I want to draw these in? Okay, I want to draw the mountains, and then I want to draw the bird, and then I want to draw the sun. But then I think to myself, oh no, wait, I want the sun to be behind the mountains, so I just need to draw that first so I can move the sun up here before the mountains. And it's really easy for me to kind of see the arrangements I have, because instead of looking at all these draw commands, which I'll get confused, what do they do, what is what, instead I can just say, oh, look at that, I've got the sun, I've got the mountains, I've got the bird, and then I can make my changes when I need them up here. So that's the organization you want to do on this one. It makes the draw command a lot easier to read, and keeps the messy details in kind of smaller chunks up here. So that's the approach you want to take on this one. Now what you actually end up drawing, that's where the creativity comes. So you should be able to go to town now.